Welcome back to hour 6 of 144 hours of qualifier coverage here for the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 11. And we are at the end of the Southeast Asia Day. Don't worry though, it's also the beginning of the South American Day and halfway through the day of the CAS Day. It's a whole day, it's 24 hours of Dota 2 that you can watch right here. And we are about to finish up Group A for Southeast Asia. It's either Lotac or TNC, which is a team that moves to the upper bracket. I'm here with Lizard, I'm here with ODPixel, I'm Shiver, and we are ready for this third game that is 1-1 right now. Pretty exciting games as well. Well, game 1 a little bit more exciting than game 2.
Game 1 exciting,
yeah.
Game 2 just weird, bottom line.
Yeah.
TNC just played it like a pub. I don't think...
They started out professionally.
They have really good lanes.
They started out like a pub and they ended it like a pub. So basically they stomped them like you would stomp someone in a pub, you know, they just rolled all over them and then they just like, I don't know, they just threw. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I mean, their heroes were meant to stomp in the laning stage.
Yeah.
We have to keep that in mind. And sometimes you get overconfident because you picked an Ursa and you stomped some lane melee. So what? It doesn't really matter.
No,
Same goes for Monkey King.
It does, yeah. I think Monkey King really is. It's hit or miss, especially in the carry. In the safe lane, I think even in the mid lane it's hard to pull off. But in the safe lane, it's... I mean, even as you said, you don't really mind seeing it mid, but when it's the carry, it's not going to be easy.
And you're playing versus Terrorblade.
Yeah.
Like you crushed him. He had less than his support.
He really died like 2 times in lane and then was forced away from the lane. Raven can go back to the safe lane, but it wasn't enough for the Monkey King. You know, he gets the Battle Fury and he doesn't do anything.
We do have a couple of changes. Grimstroke and Kunkka are finally taking out Rubik as well.
And we have a Sven instantly.
Sven indeed picked. It was on your side, by the way.
All right. I'll get it.
I'll get it. No, you'll get it. I'll get the probably next one.
Easy.
Hey.
So Sven, I'll be on the off lane, as we'd imagine, depending on which way around they want to do the side lanes.
It's going to be on the Radiant side.
Yeah.
Most likely on the off lane.
You can shove it my side. I'll put it over.
I'll get it.
All right.
Got it.
Smooth.
There we go.
Well done, well done. Lotac has taken their time. They did not expect these bans in the first pick, perhaps, because this is normally something that you already, you know kind of what first 2 you want, right? That's your side too.
Man, people are really valuing.
I was going to say that, they're picking it up very early in the draft, Witch Doctor.
And he's been picked like 3 games so far, right?
Yep.
At least.
This is going to be the third. We haven't seen it before.
The Jug comes out early on. I mean, it has been banned a few times.
Has been banned every single time, I think.
I mean,
get it out now if you want to play it, and they do.
Jug is just an amazing hero.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get it really fast. So it's definitely worth it picking up the Jug this early on, because if you don't, they're gonna steal it.
Yep.
And he's most likely gonna go Jug here with my Witch Doctor. I believe that's gonna be the lane. Yeah, and the Shadow Shaman also from my side.
Which is weird. You know, I have A to P, which is like more letters in the alphabet than Q to the Z, right?
I'm still working harder, it seems.
Yeah.
Here you go. Shadow Shaman.
But I mean, my shelves are twice as big as yours. Hero-wise.
All right.
5 seconds.
Yeah, those shelves are really big. I don't know.
I win.
Like, yeah.
People just really like the what is it? The W's and the S's.
Yeah, they still like my shelf more. I don't know why.
Quality over quantity. All right, Magnus banned out makes sense. What has been the game changer for all the games? I feel like there's been a lot of Roshan deciders. Your ear thing on the other side is falling off. Mostly your microphone.
Yeah, it's fine. I got it. I'm holding it. It'll hold on.
Okay.
I think like Terrorblade has been banned. They picked up the Jug. Now there are some heroes that they can go for on the side of TNC. Slark is one of them. There's also a possibility of an AM. So they can go for AM or Slark. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think that falling back on the Slark is going to be tempting. Gabby played it really well.
either one of those two heroes works really well.
There's also always the chance that Sven's going to be a support, right?
Oh yeah, he can be played.
Fascinating. Banning the Luna. Is that a hero who people have been playing?
Man, support Luna.
We saw Luna at the major, yeah, but
Luna as a ban over sort of these other strong carries left in the pool. Bit of a surprise there for Lotac.
I'm also surprised, definitely.
Yeah, I feel like there's still so many other heroes that are very likely to come up in this game.
It's a hero that can farm really fast, right? If you don't max the Lucent Beam and you don't take that ulti, if you get the two passives like maxed out early on, it can out farm Jug really fast.
Yeah.
And you can take control of the game. And by the time he gets that Battle Fury or whatever, like you're gonna be miles ahead. And he's going to be playing the catching up game. However, Jug is strong versus Luna, don't get me wrong. You still have two ways of dodging that ultimate completely. So, I don't know, it can go either way in that matchup, and I'm surprised that they banned out the Luna and they didn't ban out something that burned them already, and that's Slark or even the TB.
Yeah.
Tide Hunter.
Even Troll Tide picked up.
He got nerfed as well. So we're seeing all these heroes that actually got nerfed in the last patch being picked up.
Is there a chance this is a mid-tide though? That's the question. With the Sven already in the game, it's likely, right? Because the Sven's going to be offlane.
You can always do that, definitely. Like, we can put the
Tusk and Tide, by the way.
What do you mean?
Are both in the T section.
And I'll get him. I'm just testing you.
Yeah, I know. It's all good.
I'm on it. I've had them prepared.
There you go. Tusk and Tide.
So you got a save on the side of Lotac.
They're going on.
But in terms of fighting, I'd still like TNC at the moment. But they look great if there's a fight.
It's
right.
Yeah. I wonder.
Is that something that Lotac needs to fix, or is the save
there we go.
Good enough?
Tide and Sven together on that lane, most likely.
I think so.
Versus, I mean, it's gonna be weird though if you put Sven and Tide together. That's not really the
it's
best lane ever.
This guy's gonna be mid.
It's mid-tide.
Are they mid-tide?
I mean, it's possible. Did you see the?
They've done it before. Well, I don't know if TNC have done it, but obviously teams.
Did you see some right-click tides? They were picked here and there with Solar Crest, Desolator. They just whack you.
Yes.
Amazing damage.
It's not bad.
Doom. What is that? Forgotten hero.
I mean, it's it's that hero that kind of screws the Tide in team fight. You get in on top of the Tide with the Doom. Tide's useless. Ain't gonna cracking it off. No Ravage for you, sir. Off you go. Off you trot.
Doom is on the Dire side. Offlane?
Yeah, most likely.
10 seconds
Pretty
remaining.
much.
Nice.
Wow, nice.
I can go curling. That'd be great.
5 seconds remaining.
Doom. I mean, it's a little bit of a counter team fighty thing. You know, Tide Hunter, if you can get a Doom before. But you can't, like, Sven will still do damage.
I mean, like, there isn't really a big target to Doom. If you have that Tide Hunter, he's going to jump in, Ravage. After that, if you Doom him, he
I mean, if you Doom him after Ravage, it's useless.
Yeah. For Sven, if he ulted, what's the reason? Like, if he used Warcry and ulted, but he's always going to pre-charge that. It's not like he's going to jump in and it's very hard for you to just jump on him and do it before he reacts.
Oh, Visage!
I mean, this is a decent Visage game actually so far. It's not the best Visage game, but it's fine.
And it's another target that doesn't care if you Doom him, because he'll still have his burns.
Yeah. They definitely need Crimson on the side of Lotac this game. So basically, Doom is the perfect hero for them in that way, because he doesn't have armor, and initially Visage does very well versus Doom. But if Visage does not get all those tier 1s by the time Doom gets a Crimson, then perhaps Doom can get into Shivas afterwards as well. Those birds are useless. They just do absolutely nothing, and Visage is going to be stopped dead in his tracks. So
I'm going to ban the Drow with the Visage being in the pool. Is there
Visage is V.
Visage is V, and I'll get it.
I'm just being told to bully you, just saying.
Yeah, I know, it's fine. This guy is going mid probably though, so
Yeah.
we're gonna.
I think so.
Right.
So
there.
no, the type mid Dream is dead, I'm afraid.
I mean,
I mean, was it ever really alive?
Unless it's a safe lane type.
I believe
Carry type. Gabby will play the Tide.
a few days ago I was casting, I believe it was Alliance, and they went Visage with some sick tri-lane, and they won it like more or less, but it still doesn't work because your Visage, the main thing that he needs is levels.
He's got to get.
Yeah.
I mean, because
he needs to get. He needs to get that 6 as
if
fast
he's mid,
as possible.
it's pretty much doesn't matter who he's against. If he gets 6, he's killing that mid.
Exactly. So he needs to get that 6. So I think it's mid. If it's not mid, I don't like it. That's about it.
What about for TNC, the old Razor, getting in on the safe lane? Again, they'll get it against that Doom lane. Do you like a Razor
They
here?
could even put like Sven as a carry here.
Nah. Carry Sven in 2019.
Versus Chug with Visage. Probably not. This one is going to be offline. He's going to be doing the Warcry and the Vlads. And
But it could be, I mean, you're right, there is a type.
be.
Maybe it is. I'm up for it. I mean, I like seeing the carry Sven.
He's just
I don't
gonna
know if
get
it's very
kited.
good.
no, the reason why I said it is because Tide plus Sven just look very wonky to me.
As a lane, it feels weird, yeah. It sort of how they fit
dual
this
lane,
in.
yeah.
But it could also be a Sven support.
Shadow Fiend! So it is
Shadow Fiend.
going to be Tide Hunter in the side lane. And it is going to be a Sven support with the Shaman support. And it's also going to be
Or
a Visage
it's going to be
support.
Visage support.
Oh, it could be
and
Visage
Sven
support.
carry,
Yeah.
like it
Yeah,
can go anyway.
The Shadow Fiend, now that is a hero
Shadow
that
Fiend.
I am convinced is garbage. So, GG. Do you like Shadow Fiend?
I think it can work now.
Really?
Did he get an
Is he going to do? Is he going to do this Greaves
Shadow
build? Is that how you have to play it now? Is he going to build
Yeah,
Greaves?
Greaves. I think
You have to do that. That's just the build, bro.
Listen,
What?
I'm being bullied. You gotta. I'll bully
Shadow
you.
Shadow Fiend. So, I mean, this hit, and a
Templar
TA, the classic
Assassin.
counter, right? GG. Okay, it's game over. You picked an SF, they picked a TA.
That TA works well versus Visage versus SF on mid. Like, it doesn't matter who you put.
I think Lotac have
I mean,
secured the draft.
I'm pretty
be
certain it's SF mid, that much we can
Yes.
say. But when it comes to Visage, we're not certain if it's going to be like some
Support or
support or
Yeah.
core or whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to... Am I putting this on the right side? I am, right? Yeah, I am. No, I'm not.
Like, isn't that lane just impossible? Dude, isn't that lane impossible for the SF to play? Like, SF versus TA, like back in the day when people were picking SF,
That's better.
you had to ban out the TA.
No.
What's he doing? Oh, he's going the wrong way
It's
around.
okay. It's just your first day, you know.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. I
Oh,
don't
and the
mind.
Templar Assassin is also.
I'm done. I
TA.
quit.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I got it. There's the TA.
What are we?
Should be right here.
I kind of feel like TNC's got this master plan that I just don't fully understand yet.
I mean, Visage is a good hero, but I mean, they picked an SF and they've let TA get through the pool. Like,
Yeah.
this is like, for me, this seems like such a hard game for TNC's lineup to play. Like, they've got all the answers. Like, what's this SF even going to do? Rotate to the lane and kill a Jug? No, Jugs are going to blade through and walk away from the razors.
I
Like,
mean, you know what? The creep camps in the jungle have been changed a bit.
Yep.
So perhaps you can stack for this
I
SF.
guess that's
farms.
nice. But then as well, you can start for the TA. I guess the TA doesn't have as many H's. I don't know. But yeah, Lotac all the way. on this.
Lotac.
You're all going Lotac?
I think we're all. We are going.
Yeah, what do you think? Oh.
What? All go Lotac?
Yeah.
Well-
no,
No.
I'm not gonna go, like, I'm gonna combo...
wait.
Let's just go with Lotac. Let's go with Lotac. Like, the production is, like, bullying me anyway.
Well, they're brilliant to go to TNC.
They want you to go the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why
Oh.
I'm going Lotac.
Okay, so we're all Lotac once
Yeah.
more.
Because like Liz, you're the smart guy. Like, what does this SF do? Why
No,
the
the TA
SF?
should crush this lane.
Yeah.
Like, definitely.
But what does the SF do?
Go to the jungle and farm the creeps, I
Yeah,
guess.
farm
It's
jungle.
Armel, you said it though. You
I mean,
know?
it's armor. This guy's great.
It's a Gabby Visage, by the way. It's also Visage Core.
So it is Visage
Ninja
Core,
support.
and it is
tied off
support
lane.
Sven and support Shaman, which I
Yes.
think was probably the most likely.
Yes.
Out of the heroes.
But that does mean that if, like, either Visage or SF has to completely go off.
Yeah.
But isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, you don't
I
care.
don't know how this SF can against
This
the TA.
is the last time I'm going on camaraderie, honestly. From now on, I'm done with this triple voting thing. Because honestly, like TNC
We're
can
not
take it.
forcing you.
Yeah, the TNC can take it. It doesn't look that great for them. But if Rasta gets levels, and if Visage gets levels fast enough,
sure they can push.
They can push. They'll take full control of the game. And if you get like some Greaves on SF, it's done. But the problem is SF gonna have a lane to do it in, and how well can he recover in the jungle if he does not get that lane? So.
Yeah, and as you say, with the changes, with there being more neutral camps that aren't ancient camps accessible for the mid laners, maybe SF is going to be, we're going to see sort of that step up in farm speed because of that. But as we say, he's going to have to deal with potentially a rough start against the TA in the lane. But we'll see how well he plays. Armel has sometimes won matchups where he hasn't been on the favoured hero. And this is certainly going to be one of them. So let's see how well Armel can do against Chuan's TA.
Yep.
I mean,
so it's all these early CS, it's everything between these two.
Yeah, Armel has been doing well in lately, even in a match that's not really favoured for him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does the same here.
So as we saw, they
nice double stun.
Did take the raise level 1 to try and secure some early CS, but that does mean he has raise level 1. You're never picking the SF to go to lane and get raise level 1. That is very much like I can't win this matchup, so I have to make alterations and get that level 1. And it has guaranteed him the 4 CS so far, so he's getting something from that first wave.
Yeah, you get guaranteed first wave, then you can. Well, there's that camp that's super close on Radiant. You can eat the tree, you can raise it up as well. So
yeah, super
you can farm it.
So let's top lane. So tri-lane versus tri-lane, and Ninja Boogie will fall. So it's what you said. You saw from Sort of Alliance. This Visage in a tri-lane.
Yep.
But they did just lose a hero.
Never was a fan of it. Definitely never.
But it worked out for them.
For who? Alliance?
Alliance?
No. The lane worked out, but Visage got his levels way too late.
Yeah.
And because of that, he couldn't really contribute to his teams.
This is scary.
Yeah. And top lane, I mean, again, that's a second hero they've lost up top.
Yeah, Are you still sad you joined us for the Lotac train?
Perhaps not completely. Perhaps not completely, yeah. Like, mid is looking rough. Visage is not doing anything. I mean, side lane Visage was never something I was a fan of.
No.
Like, that hero just needs experience more than anything else, and when you pick SF, you can't put him mid because SF has to be mid. Like, putting SF on the side lanes is
that's just a GG.
Yeah. Skem is taking quite the beating here.
What's happening down bottom then?
Well,
Cuckoo versus Ohio. Trade and farm at the moment, these two.
Yeah, like these two beefy boys. Two manly heroes, they don't really care.
Nah, neither's gonna die.
They really don't care about each other.
Yeah, that's it.
Letting them stand there.
Well, Gabby should have the kill onto Yamata, and he does. He's able to nuke down 1. And at the same time, with the turnaround play with the Blade Fury, they'll take the trade. But this time, it will actually be TNC coming out on top of that. They get 2 for 1. That's bottom lane. Cuckoo and Ohio continue.
Ohio went 2 levels in Infernal Blade, so he can definitely pressure this tide. It's him once or twice, and we should see Ohio pulling ahead in network because he's going to be able to just go into the jungle and eat the creep.
Yep.
Come back. Top lane Visage has been caught.
Tag team of Maledict is pretty damn nice.
Oh yes, it is.
That was without Blade Fury. They didn't even use it.
Tag team and Maledict.
Tag team and Maledict, and that Visage is gone.
At what point are you gonna, concede that top lane? And no, and basically.
What point do you just?
Basically consider that top lane as Radiant lost and just try to get your luck elsewhere with that Visage, because you can't just. Like, at some point you can just put Cuckoo top, right? And then put Visage bottom and make him get some levels still.
Honestly, you should have done it already. This is, like, if the 3 of them are standing below the tower while Visage is farming creeps, it's not good. He's not getting levels. They have to rotate. They have to leave him. And they're kind of successfully doing that, but it's not great. Experience is all that matters. And honestly, there's... there is Rasta coming in.
Refreshing in 7.
Wait, hold up, Armel.
They didn't. That is a support that's showing up for experience.
Yeah, I mean, we did say no, Armel, he
It's
can do this
Armel,
on these
yeah.
heroes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a TASF matchup, and Armel, I mean, for TA versus SF, he is crushing it.
Yeah, he's not really...
He's level with CS, and he just got a solo kill.
Well, not really. Rasta was there to share the fame. Yeah, but he didn't really contribute, yeah.
But, all right, this is, yeah, Armel with the straight-up outplay in that lane.
Right, they definitely needed that. If SF was being crushed, continued being crushed in mid, I would basically call this a GG instantly. But because he's doing well,
it does mean that Tim's is now bottom, so this is something that TNC, or rather Lotac, knows, so they can force out top more.
Oh, a crucial fight to take as well up top there.
Yeah, they get 4. No, do they get 4?
No, 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
2 for
Tim's able to get the 2 down bottom.
No.
No, 3. 3. They get 3,
yeah.
and Tim's gets 1, but
one is like bottled first and then taken.
But overall, I also think that's what's really important for TNC is that this Doom does not have a lot, and he's having a good time on this lane. He's gonna have a lot. So you want to prevent him from getting those utility items too early on, because if he gets them, and then there's healing wards from Jug, they're gonna be able to sustain themselves while you try to push with your Rasta wards and I don't know, Visage Bird.
Witch Doctor is in the trees somewhere. He's actually... Oh, I think he's gonna go wrap around mid. But I think they know this.
They have some good deep wards on the side of the Ire as well.
Double damage rune on bot as well. We'll see if... yeah, I think actually Armel is gonna get that. That is pretty crazy. Can he get something with that?
When he killed the TA, he had like, what, 22 CS? Now he has 23 after a full minute and a half or something. But it's all right.
He's just walking so slow without boots.
And now he might be actually dead.
Oh, lucky cask.
He should take out the Maledict.
Yeah.
He's going to try and get a few raises off, but it's not enough to punch one.
That's a double damage rune. Did he pop it before he died?
Yeah.
No,
he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Sorry.
Okay,
yeah, he saved it. Okay, saved it.
He saved it.
That's nice.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
But overall, he still dies to the TA, and finally this lane is looking the way it should be looking.
Yeah. 31-15, heavy denies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the fact that Armel is such a good player that he's even able to contest.
in sort of, I feel like in between even players, like, as you say, like this TA would be very much far ahead, and Armel would, the SF would have found like nothing from the lane, but because Armel's
starting with the raises,
player, he's been able to find something.
Yeah, and his team gets some stacks as well. Makes a difference. The Juggernaut, though, he's had a good time.
This is good. Yeah, Jug is having a blast. Jug is not really, he's not a care in the world.
He did get nerfed, right?
Yeah.
Is that enough?
I mean, it's not enough, obviously, according to this game at least.
Overall, did you think it was enough when you read it?
No, I mean, I like these slight nerfs. It's not like you need to kill a hero, just slightly nerf him so that some other heroes have a chance as well.
Yeah.
So that some other heroes can sneak their way into the meta, some counters that will work with that hero. I mean, the problem when a hero is overbuffed is you pick a counter, you still lose. That's the problem with those heroes. Like when Meepo was broken, it doesn't matter that you pick Wyvern or Shaker, like he still wins.
Well, they find a Wandering Scam. There'll be a freebie there for the two of them.
Easy money.
Burst down the Tusk.
Yeah, they need a sentry planted on mid instantly now if SF wants to continue farming. And that's not the sentry, like the one on top is not worth it. Not good enough. Oh, there we go.
Oh, they're going to wrap around with the stun into the shackles. That's going to be Chuan dead. Caught him off guard.
Outside.
Indeed, and bottom lane, Doom's online. Has been dropped down onto the Tide. They'll run him down. He's got the Maledict on him as well. He should certainly pop. He's gone.
He's just trying to get away with experience range, but they both still had it.
Yeah, easily. Yamate on a killing spree on the Witch Doctor. Thinking the rotations happen, and 7 for 5, 2k lead for Lotac. Continue to have that better start to the game, and it's going to be a slow start. I mean, this is one of the things you say about having the Visage in the side lane.
Yep.
You're not going to get the 6 that quickly.
I mean, it's
he's now got it.
Minute 9, he's getting that 6. It's not great. I mean, Jug is in the same, where well, very similar situation, right? Not really pulling ahead too much when it comes to experience.
Yeah, but it's a jug.
Yeah, it's a jug. He doesn't care. Well, Visage, you definitely need that. You need it more than gold.
Yeah.
Once those birds are up, you can do whatever you want to. You don't have to have a medallion or a Helm of Dominator. You just need those birds early on.
This is a little bit of waste of time for that jug, it seems. They're
going to take a tower.
Rotated bottom.
Take a tower.
They're rotating him to push, basically. And he sees that the birds are up, and he's expecting the rotation from Radiant to basically help this Visage out.
Which is indeed happening as well.
Yeah, there. So it's hard for, don't get me wrong, it's hard for him to die. They have no ways of stopping his spin TP. So maybe he could have stayed on top and maybe killed another creep wave, slow that Visage down. But this is also good.
Yeah.
You take this tower, then you ward up their jungle, and you take control of the right side of the map, you farm it.
But they do exactly the same on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. But that's it. That's how the game is being played right now. Unless
Trade
completely,
jungle.
yeah, you just trade unless you completely crush the lanes. And in this game, I mean, yeah, Dire is ahead, but they're not that
Radiant
ahead.
structures are fortified.
Dire's just wobbling down mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's got the backup.
Oh, so does TA though. Doom's coming around the corner. Don't they?
He does not.
They
He
have
doesn't have ult for 15 seconds, so a bit of an awkward way. He can still obviously
There's
come in and
DD
slam
rune
him with the
too.
sword.
They do see him.
He's I mean,
is he alone? Where's his backup? Oh, there's his backup.
There it is. Raven's there with the Blade Fury chasing down Armel. Armel will fall
Lovely kill.
as they get the SF. Ready to try and look for more as well. The Doom's
Doom is
been
there.
dropped down again onto
On
the
the tide.
tide, so no chance for a Ravage or such. Wards have been dropped as well as the Shackles, as Tims is trying to find Raven, but Raven's able to get himself out of it. They'll lose the Shaman. A buyback's come out from the Sven, as he'll throw out a stun onto Chuan, but he's not able to find any sort of kill with it. Rolling across, Snowball's there on top of Gabby. This Visage in trouble too. Maybe they can save him with the Sven. They cannot. And now, again, the Sven's in trouble as he bought back for this Ninja Boogie, but he'll proceed to die straight away again as an absolute disaster of
Did
an
they even
attempt of a
lose
fight there
anyone?
from
They
TNC.
did not lose
Nobody
a
died on
single
Lotac.
There's
soul.
just so much sustain on that team. Like overall, they played that fight really well, and they have everything they need to fight well on the side of TNC. Like, if you doom the tide, that's it.
He should have either ravaged earlier.
Yeah,
I think he should have ravaged earlier. He could have.
He could have broken that fight in half,
Yeah.
and then you can regroup. Maybe Visage gets there a bit earlier. I think that was a problem as well. Visage just wasn't there on time. And I mean, if Doom can do this, and that's by Midas,
Yeah, he's getting away with it. I mean,
and get away with it, yeah, you're in a lot of problems.
Like he is going to get huge this game, unless you can really somehow get this pushed together. They do get the tier 1 tower in the mid lane with the birds.
If you're a TNC, do you want to just now hold back and continue farming, or do you want to fight with that Ravage? Looks like they want to actually gank
It's just
Doom.
hard because I mean they have an SF.
I'm
And
gonna collapse on
they
him.
have an SF and a Visage. It's literally like that we're in a game where they have two mids that got, lost their lane.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
do these two mid heroes do now at this point of the game? SF wants to farm,
Not a whole lot, yeah.
and then
also,
Visage
you-
wants
you're-
levels, but he hasn't got them.
And he's building the Dominator versus the Doom as well. And the Witch Doctor too. I mean, Doom just eats it. Witch Doctor
Stuns
with-
it for
with the
2
cat,
years.
Yeah, 2 years on the
2
sidelines.
years stun, yeah, was in the patch.
I mean, it's still good. That Dominator is still alright on Visage. I like it even in situations such as this one, but it's gonna be very hard. And I still think that they need to smoke up and make some rotation, make something happen across the map, even like this, whatever. Just go ham on the tower.
Get
it's
some
fine.
objectives.
Yeah, because you can't just farm. It's not gonna work. There's a Midas on Doom. They scale infinitely better on these heroes. You have to take these objectives. Try or whatever.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom
Alright.
tower is under
So
attack.
the TA is doing very well as well.
Top
5K.
lane. This was a deep play. Yeah, you got to get out of there. There's like 3 TPs coming in. Raven has already got himself the hell out of there, and Scam will be left behind.
I mean, you can always count on TNC. Alright.
On Lotac.
It's
They
on
do the
Lotac,
same
yeah.
things. They do the same
yeah.
things. Like when things are going well, they're like, hey, let's
Yeah.
go.
But I mean, you're probably fine with that, right? You just dove and
This
you
is-
forced
this-
3 TPs and you just lost the touch.
Sure.
It's just amazing how much this reminds me of CIS Dota like a few years back. Now CI's Lotac is much more like they're. I don't know. They're not crazy as before. You know, like they play.
They grew up.
They're definitely. Yeah, they definitely grew up as players and teams.
And they now have an example too.
Yeah, that's true.
For Southeast Asia,
Dire are scanning.
there's a couple of teams that are consistently doing okay. But like
there
not a
isn't-
super
yeah,
good one.
there isn't a shining star. There.
There's no shining
Yeah.
star, no.
G1.
He's being hunted by this smoke.
Yeah, but he's so careful about the way he farms. He sensed it,
Dire's top
moved
tower
back,
is under
no
attack.
bait. Scam, however, he's gonna.
He's the bait. He's fine. If he
Yeah,
he's
he's
the
fine
one
with
to
this.
die, do they want to
Buy
fight? No.
some time with a
He's-
snowball.
yeah,
But yeah, this is a 5-man move.
tank the gank.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Sorry,
is
4-man move.
This might be a rush, right? They instantly go into the pit.
Yeah.
I wonder if you contest this. You don't have the tusk, which basically means.
I mean, you don't really have any team fight on Lotac
Yep.
to go into this Ravage with.
Yeah.
If they are sticking together as a team.
That's,
TNC.
They
I think
do
the problem
smoke
is
off.
this Midas on Doom might bite them actually. Like he didn't get that Crimson.
Tusk is going to be up again in 2
I
seconds.
know they can't
They've-
get the pit in time.
Rush is
No, I think they're going to fight them
but they-
afterwards.
I don't know if they want to do that.
Roche
It's gonna be
dead.
hard.
Yeah, this is a get out
They
there.
doomed the
Lotac.
Rasta.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, but that was the Requiem of Souls.
I mean, it was
They
the big
didn't
thing is that
lose
it was the
anybody.
Doom. They've used Doom, and
I know, but
Doom's the longer cooldown.
yeah. If
I guess
you
so.
doom the Shadow Shaman, I guess he can't control you. And in a game such as this one, it can mean a lot, honestly. But it's not definitely the perfect target to doom. Don't get me wrong. There's a Manta almost completed on the Jug. Still though, because of that Midas on Doom,
Yeah.
if they didn't have it, they definitely could have contested even as 4. You get that Crimson, another beefy item on Doom, and he just runs in. So you don't have to commit your actual Jug to do that for you. And after that, you use that Crimson, they are literally dealing no damage across their whole team. But at the same time with this Midas, eventually he's gonna scale better. So it's good in that way.
Oh,
They don't see him. Just farming.
no.
Dope. Dope.
Keep himself hidden.
Yep.
Top lane Raven. Team to push in.
Maybe they can get the courier on the way back. Oh no, they can't. They're going in from behind, or at least no, they don't.
Maybe this is some sort of a pincer movement. They saw Rasta on top lane.
Radiant
So
Yeah.
Jug ports in and they go.
There's a radiant scan.
No, he's trying to get in. He doesn't have Doom though. Ahaya.
This is dangerous.
As they're going to get ravaged. That's Ahaya. Raven has turned up with Blade Fury. They get the fraction out onto the TA, but the stun's there. That's going to mean the Triumph's gone as well.
Yeah, and they had a sentry there too, so
So they have Lads now.
the melt
They
didn't
have-
do anything.
What is
Well,
this
how many Vlads do they have though?
Well,
is
what
the
did
question.
SF go for? Yeah.
Yeah.
I went for the drums, and he's got drums.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, so
is under
drums.
They're building
Yeah.
these auras, so I mean, they're doing as you said, you know, with this lineup, this is the strength. They
Yeah.
get to this point where they build this lineup, they just start shoving the lanes in, and, you know,
Exactly.
this Midas Doom and this Jug's just not prepared to do anything against this.
That's the biggest issue, I think, for Lotac. If Doom had items that would
Radiant's
allow them to
middle
fight right
tower
now,
is under attack.
they might be able to. But
Dire's bottom tower
look at
is
this.
under attack.
Like, after such a good laning stage again.
Yeah,
Same thing
TNC
like-
getting some serious momentum.
Oh, maybe a note here.
Oh,
Just follow him with the illusions, so you have vision, and there we go. Rasta gonna accept his fate.
gone. More money for Raven.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Omni slash used, so Rasta is like, alright, whatever, I don't have my wards anyway. I'm gonna wait for them at the
Vanguard.
fountain.
Vanguard done for Visage. You know, if Gabby can get that Crimson Guard on in good time as well, that's going to really shut down what the Jug can do.
And the TA as
And
well.
the TA, I mean, the TA, he's fallen off. I mean, this SF Armel's now 1k ahead of the TA, pretty much. He got the Deso, and then that was kind of it. They haven't really been able to do anything with it. He's trying to find, I imagine, the blink on top of it before he
I
really
honestly
goes
think
for
they
plays.
should have went full momentum on the side of Lotac as well.
Rather than the Midas on the Doom.
Rather than the Midas on the Doom and the Dezo on the TA. Like,
Okay.
get the blink on TA, get Crimson on Doom and just stomp them. They had nothing, absolutely no way of fighting you.
Trying for the Visage here, but it's going to be a failed attempt as Lotac have to run themselves away. Skem's going to be chased down by the Familiars.
Take
We'll be
literally
fine.
no damage there.
So it does get away.
There's another smoke up.
And Armel just looking to beef up Sanjin Yasha. next for him. So getting these early stats to try and build him into this strong hero that they can push with.
I mean, right now there's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't. As long as they keep formation while they push, Doom cannot approach them, he cannot Doom the right target.
And his Midas needs to use it.
The map is getting scarily small for Lotac.
But you have that Manta on Jug, like, he doesn't really hit that hard either.
Oh, I mean, they're just losing so much of the map. You know, Lotac, they were like 5k or so ahead, but they're losing everything on the map. TNC's lineup, this 5-man push.
This is a high ground as well for them.
Yep.
What are you gonna do? Like,
there's still that Ravage. The wards are there. How are you gonna fight them?
yeah, because they aren't even committing. Look at them. They're just putting creeps and wards and
Look, Witch Doctors will take out the wards.
The TNC's got it. The tier 3's gone.
Yeah.
now fall back, wait for Rasta wards again, take down shrines, wait for Rosh, take down Rosh, and that's it. You have what is it? Is it Blink?
No, yeah, he's got the blink on his way.
All right.
Yeah. So he's got the blink Deso now.
So now with that blink Deso,
but what does that do against a 5-man push though?
I mean, you have ways of fighting. You enabled your heroes to work finally. That's the thing. Like with the way they itemized, they prevented themselves from fighting. Like the only way they would try fighting was like that pincer movement on the bottom lane. It's because they were positioned in a good way, but they still lost because you can't jump the target you need. And now with the blink and perhaps with the Doom with the Crimson, you can do something. Like maybe get a pick off or something similar. But so far you couldn't even play it. You couldn't play the game, you could just farm. At the same time though, Tide very close to, I don't know what he's gonna buy. Blink Dagger might be the good item for him here, as they have Crimson on Visage. You can't really build Greaves right now or anything.
Wouldn't he want the Lincolns? Like he's a big
Lincoln?
He's a big Doom target.
I mean, you can go for Lincolns, sure.
Because
or you can just get Blink, jump in,
he's going
Ravage,
Blink.
And then let him Doom you, you don't care. So Lincolns is maybe too big of an investment right now. It would take more time to get it. Yeah, so far, so good for TNC.
Yeah, they're holding on quite handily.
Like they lost the laning stage, definitely, but the way they handled themselves afterwards was magnificent, really.
I mean, they're still behind on gold, but it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, it's what they do with the gold that they've got, right? Like they do so much more. This Visage, he doesn't need a lot. Like that Dominator doesn't even need the Crimson. It just sends the birds ahead and that's it. While on the side of Lotac, they needed more. And this Doom, he does have that Crimson to use it. But
yeah, but he's still he's gonna live.
This is huge. This is huge. Instantly.
Wards dropped for that.
Yeah, wards dropped.
That's part of the push goal.
The only thing that he used was Crimson, right? No cooldowns, no big cooldowns wasted. You can perhaps fight now.
Oh, they see him.
Blinks out into the jump. Snowball!
So close. That was very close.
He tried.
That was so close. Yeah, so perhaps you can punish them for not having boards. It's not really the biggest ultimate.
Wait,
honestly.
if they know that Tide just teleported out, shouldn't they try to do something here?
Yeah. Tusk has no mana though.
I guess so.
That could be the reason why they aren't.
And I guess they're not in position. The TA being bottom.
Tia getting that BKB, so she doesn't have to worry about the Ravage either, or everything else.
Everything.
There's so much control on that side. The birds, the Tide, the Rasta, and the Swan Stun. Way too much control. I mean, if the game goes late, I still think Lotac can take it, but it's not looking great for them right now, at least. The Doom, like, he has that Midas, and eventually it's gonna pay out. He's going for Blink too now. Alright. Not really my favorite item for him right now. I think
what would you like? Or just more armor?
Just more armor, more utility,
auras,
and just run straight into them. Like, the Blink is fine too if you find the right target, obviously. But who's the right target? Perhaps?
It's,
Right. Maybe Tide before he uses Doom, but they have so much sustain, that's their problem. It's not like
Like, yeah, whoever gets doomed at the start is just going to walk to the back of the fight.
He's just going to walk back,
wait.
exactly. It's not like you're going to blow someone up. That's their issue. That's their problem. You need more on this TA for her to be that burst damage that you actually need. She does have that BKB almost, 1,000 gold more or less needed. And after that, yeah, you can take some fight. What does Jack have?
He's got Diffusal on top of
Manta.
Manta. He's going for Maelstrom next.
I mean, that's fine. With the Omni Slash, you're going to be dealing a lot of damage. The Diffusal works pretty well versus Visage too. He's not going to be able to just Grave Chill and run off. That's good.
Is it normal for Witch Doctors to skip their heal completely?
I've seen it in a few games today, I think. Don't put any points in it.
It's all right.
Wouldn't you want 1 value point?
Oh, the other spells are just so good, though.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Radiant's middle tower.
I think they actually changed Maledict as well recently, right? With this new patch, did they? They buff it? Is that why Witch Doctor is being picked? Because Witch Doctor's Maledict was like 50 seconds cooldown, and now it's... What's the cooldown?
You're right, yeah, the cooldown did get... Yeah, because the cooldown was like terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you got absolutely destroyed.
Well, because it was hard.
That's why Witch Doctor is picked all the time.
Because Maledict's been brought back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this hero was dead. It was broken. Like, you could use 1 Maledict in 1 minute, basically. Like, 50
One Maledict was
like
50-second cooldown, and it's now 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was horrible. And now Maledict works again. That's why we're seeing Witch Doctor. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Maledict.
Now I get it.
Is there other buffs for him? Or?
Yeah, level 10 talent is increased from 5 armor to +6.
You see some SF maybe fall.
Oh, no, it's it.
No, you got Jabaited, bro.
Yeah, and that's a Doom Dead.
That's a Jabait if I ever saw one. He does take the Wolf though. 200 gold. Worth it.
I mean, bottom lane as well, Lotac are pushing in on the base.
This Rasta might actually go for this kill. Oh, snowball. He wanted to. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he actually omnied for that.
He forced it out though.
Okay.
So he forced them back and he forced out. This is good.
Yeah.
Especially
stops
because
the push that could have happened after the Doom dies.
But it doesn't stop them from rushing, and I think they're gonna go rush. Rasta's plan was, alright, I'm gonna stop him from hitting the tower from the Raxes, and then I'm gonna blink out. But the Manta illusions hit him, so he couldn't. And he also doesn't have blink, you know. And when you don't have blink,
that is true. It's very hard to blink then.
This Templar assassin, by the way, is spending truckloads on clarities.
Oh, you have to. Value in it. Rather than buying a mana regen item, you just buy those carries.
So it also makes him look slightly like he's having a double damage room, I find.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Yeah, he just put
that's the reason. Just buy the.
He's just trying to, yeah.
You know that Baraturm set, like Spirit Breaker set, that makes him look like like that's so good.
Yeah.
Just constantly.
It makes you scared. Yeah.
We'll get the Roche.
Easy Roche once again for TNC with Cheese this time.
Yeah, that's Aegis on SF, Cheese probably on.
Visage, I think.
Yeah, Visage got the Cheese, and Yamate is
Alright.
Is a dead troll.
Yeah.
The ancestor.
Well,
if he was there maybe a bit sooner.
Yeah, if he got like a couple of hits, one of them being a crit.
There, he has a blink.
Oh, he does have a blink?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, there you go.
I thought I saw it. I knew I saw it. What? Maybe it was Witch Doctor that was clicked or something. Alright, I don't know. It happens.
It's okay. Whew. So, Lotac, I mean, still the same amount of gold ahead this game, but it just still doesn't feel that way. They literally can only fight if TNC decide to throw away a Ravage or something like that.
If they get a good Doom target, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, like.
Well, at the moment, I don't think they can fight because of the Aegis and the Cheese, surely.
And I mean, they're gonna have to. TNC is gonna force this. The thing is, though, they're already on the bottom lane.
Well, that's that Witch Doctor again.
30 seconds. They're pushing bottom, and top lane is also being creep skipped.
Yeah.
So they do have creeps on mid and the double damage. Like they take. There's a Death Zone TA. I wonder who pushes Death Zone. This is the problem. TA is top and not with Jug.
Yeah.
So so the Death Zone isn't really being used properly.
And they're losing this mid lane.
Yeah. I don't think they can fight anyway, and they know that, so they're just going to give up.
But are they going to get any sort of trap? How's the bottom Rax looking?
I guess it should be falling soon. It was Jug and Doom pushing it soon.
Okay.
Yeah, very
All right,
small.
so just some straight up trading. Neither team responding.
Now they're responding.
Oh, he's in.
Doom as well.
Ohio didn't get the Doom off though. He got it. Okay, he gets it off now on time after the BKB. The Omni Slash bounces from Raven, only killing the birds, and then the Ravage from Cuckoo comes in onto the 4 of them. The Shadow Fiend's still trying his best to fight. Raven's looking to kill him. Can they kill off Armel? They'll kill him the once. It's going to be the Aegis Gone buyback from Tusk as Lotac looking to throw everything into this fight to try and turn this game back around in their favor. They look towards Cuckoo. Cuckoo punched up in the air by Skem, still alive though. He's too beefy, too tanky. He's been maledicted, but he should be fine, as I believe there was not enough follow-up damage to kill him.
Yeah, they
Well, actually, no, there might be.
It might be.
I think is he dead?
Yep,
he
is dead.
They get the ties.
What happened on top lane with the racks?
They,
I mean on the Radiant side.
Radiant side bottom lane, they lost it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But the entire bottom lane is gone at least.
So they got the trade.
They got the trade. Arguably mid lane is more important than side lane.
Yeah.
But
I think it's still good for them that they traded.
Yeah.
If they tried straight up fighting it,
they would have lost.
Yeah.
The fight anyway.
I think they forced Rasta to port back. So Shadow Shaman ported back first, and then they fought 4 versus 5.
Yeah.
Which is always good. Like when you force someone to go back, then you take a favorable fight. Even though it wasn't that great because they're fighting versus Aegis and Tusk had to buy back. I think it's the best they could have gotten out of that situation, so it's pretty good.
Full Mjolnir on Jugnet. But the auras continue to be stepped up by Gabby. He's got the hood, soon have the pipe.
The Jug is gonna hit hard very soon. Like with that Maelstrom now, the BKB on TA as well. She has enough for a crit. She can get a small crit at least. I mean, they are getting there. They're getting these critical items that are necessary for them to win these fights, not only take the engagements, right? Even though you're fighting versus Ravage and Warcry, you're gonna eventually be able to sustain yourself through it. I think what they're still lacking is more utility on the side of Lotac, that is. Doom, yeah, now he's doing it, getting that sheaves, I think.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah, there we go. So, so they have Shiva's Guard and they have Crimson. And right now, the side of TNC isn't dealing any damage to them. And you have Mjolnir completely finished up on Jug.
So now what you can
so
sort of, you can pull off these defenses.
Yeah, not only defenses, I think this is time for them to smoke up and take a fight. Like they could even win it. There we go, 5-man smoke. It's just about these items and timings on them, right? That's all that matters. Doom can just blink in with Shiva's there and Doom 1.
They know where they are. This could be great. This could be big.
They see Visage, she's so far out. They're so reluctant though to go.
They're scared.
Yeah, and
Roche is around the corner, so they got a right to be.
I expected them to go faster, sooner.
Looking to try and get in onto Gabby. Gabby is able to get himself away, back up to the high ground. Raven's trying to commit with the Blade Fury, but already the Tusk is dead. Scam on the front gets beaten down. Raven does have an Omni Slash if he sees a chance to use it, but at the same time, Cuckoo's got his Ravage. TNC have still got all the team fight ready.
Yeah, I guess they're just afraid of all the sustain that they've got and all the utility that they've got on the side of TNC.
And Tusk just slightly out in the wrong position, just got him killed real fast.
He got baited by his Doom. Doom went in, and Tusk instantly thinks, all right, boys,
Let's go.
This is it.
But that's exactly what you said earlier, right? You can't wait for someone to tell you. So if you think it's go time, you gotta go.
Yeah, but if you're going like that with Doom, I guess you commit Doom and then you fight. You actually have blink daggers on your cores. You blink in, you fight, you stand your ground. But instead, if you just waste the shields like that, I don't know. There's no Sven on top lane. I don't know why they're committing this hard.
The instant Hex there and the Shackles straight away, and he's gone. Quick reactions there from Tims to put a stop to Doom's attempted initiation.
Bad Ravage though, nothing hit by that.
They do indeed get one.
Yeah, they lost the Raxus.
They lost the rest though, yeah.
Tims has come for the TP out. He will not make it, and in the tree line as well, Gabby is gone. So Lotac, they do manage to get some kills off the back of that hold.
They all have buyback available. Question is if they're going to be forced to use it. I don't think so. I don't think they can get across the map fast enough.
50 seconds, it's not enough.
I mean, they did get melee first.
Yeah, it's still good for TNC, I guess. I mean, it's definitely good for them because I expected them to be losing these fights. The only reason they won it, I mean, the only reason they got the melee axes is because Doom blinked straight into Hex and then into an SF ult, and he just evaporated. So
Painful.
definitely.
And now his
DD.
buyback's on cooldown.
Radiant's middle tower
There's a DD on
is under
TA.
attack.
They're gonna be hitting really hard.
Through the backdoor protection.
Yeah.
That's a lot of deeps. Down bottom.
I think they can at least stop. Yeah, they got him.
Yeah, they got him. He's dead. He has a buyback. They're all up, so I don't think they're gonna push any further. Maybe take this shrine. That should be about it.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Roche should spawn, or is alive
Roche
already?
is up, I think.
Yeah, so they should definitely be looking at that Roche. I think maybe taking that Roche was better than taking the tier 2, but I'm not certain if it was up at the moment when they were pushing it. So
Yeah, not sure either.
I don't know. It just feels like for TNC to win, they have to play really well in these team fights. They have to execute perfectly, and they have to go for objectives. Just throw their bodies at it. Not up yet, almost. Yeah, should be. 2 minutes actually, not really almost. It's gonna.
Well, the timer just ticked over for the default time,
Yeah.
and now we know the actual time, which
Exactly.
is almost as long as it can be.
So just go for those objectives. Try to get megas, I think, if you are TNC, because honestly, for me, even though they're 2 sides down, I think Lotac might have a slight edge here in this game. Oh well, okay. SF might hit hard in that butterfly.
Yeah, armor's pretty huge.
Yeah, he might be an issue.
And we saw him getting doomed previous fight, of course, mostly because he was going to throw out the Requiem. But after dooming him, he's still going to hurt.
Yeah, I think you doom him still though. Just doom him, prevent him from BKBing or anything like that.
Maybe get a halberd?
That could work. It's an option.
Radiant are scanning.
But I think like maybe on task or something, but it's not perfect.
No.
Doom definitely doesn't want it. Doom wants
he
to
wants
invest.
bigger items.
Yeah, he wants bigger items because
Yeah.
he can't get them.
Because he's got, I mean, you know, he's got the build for the gold. You know, he's got the Devour bonus gold and
Devour and
Midas.
Midas.
TNC.
He wants to get the huge stuff.
They're looking for anything and actually just draw on the wrong side.
You can see the way Lotac is positioned right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they are on the low ground though, but they have this ward on the cliff, so because of that they can do it.
Yeah, better yet, there's a sentry right next to it, so maybe TNC think they're safe. Oh, what?
Found the Doom.
Oh,
And he does not have buyback.
He's
He
got-
also does not have backup. Or does he? Or does he? Oh, he does not.
he does not, definitely. Yeah, that's very unfortunate that you lose your Doom like that, because that's a hero that does not have a buyback. You have 80 seconds to just run straight down bottom and take it.
There's no Serpent wards for the push at least.
I don't think it matters. Without this Doom, you basically lost Shivas.
Oh, they're going to try and fight.
Yeah.
Straight in. Armel gets the BKB off. The Omni Slash is there. The bounce is going to be good. They are. Armel's
Amazing.
dead. They get the Maledict Death Ward down as
Amazing.
well as Lotac strike back. And I think it's exactly as you said. TNC didn't expect that.
Yeah, this
They
is so good.
did not expect that quick move to be made by Lotac when Lotac didn't have their Doom alive.
Exactly, they expected Lotac to fall back, to hide, because, yo guys, we just lost our Doom, let's just hide on our uphill, on our high ground. But instead, they just go instantly in the
They get the
offense.
2 cores in that
Yeah,
time, and there's no chance of a push now from
That's
TNC.
so good.
Better yet, they can
Honestly,
push themselves, right?
Yeah.
I'm amazed by that one.
Hey, that's a Roshan hand that I saw.
Yeah, Roche is up.
Yep, there it is.
This is so good, honestly. Like, very well played by Lotac. Many teams that I know would
just
fall
go
back.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah, we lost the Doom, just go back to base.
just go back, let's try and defend. But that was very well executed. There's also a question, where were tied Rasta and Swan? What was happening? Why weren't they?
Yeah,
before?
they were sort of split
Rasta
up.
teleported bottom, and I think that's also why Lotac went. Rasta showed bottom to the push out the wave.
So they instantly just
And the rest was just walking middle.
Oh, you have refresher on that Jug. You can give it to Doom as well. He can pull off a double Doom. I think it's all right on Jug.
I think double Omni Slash at this point is just
double
better.
Omni Slash, yeah.
Like with the items he have with the Mionit and the Diffusal, he does a lot of damage. I mean, you get 2 of those out in a fight.
And the Blade Fury as well. Like you're gonna have two Blade Furies to work with, so you're not gonna be worrying against about Ravage or Rasta control. So pretty good. Overall, though, TNC, after getting a really good pick off on Doom, they were just caught, and now they're in problems.
You know what the weird part is? It's 17k in favor of Lotac. I feel that they still have to be very careful.
Yep, they do.
Like that part doesn't change.
At the end of the day, you know, TNC's lineup is strong at like taking the base. You know, the net worth lead, that makes your hero stronger. It doesn't make your base any stronger. You know? So whatever happens, TNC's heroes are still going to rip through your base if they can get a 5-man push together. Obviously, that's going to get a lot harder to do, but if your heroes are dead, then still the power is going to be there for TNC to push in. At this point, though, it's a lot harder for TNC to find those sort of opportunities to push, though, because the heroes of Lotac are so strong now.
TNC is just very strong after the laning stage when they group up together. They had invested so much in utility.
Like
they made each other strong. They synergized well. While Lotac, they like Jug and TA. What do they do to each other? Nothing. Like they just
focus on their own game.
They hate each other because they want to farm. Just stay as far away from me as possible. That's basically the goal. And
then this is the point of the game where that sort of 5-man Dota it falls off. If you've invested in playing like that for the mid game, you're going to be behind.
Exactly.
If you weren't able to finish the game, and sure that they got a Rax and a half. Is that enough at this point? Probably not.
Probably not. Exactly. I was hoping that after that Doom kill, they were gonna go straight down bottom, and they tried, but they didn't do it. They were too eager. They went straight down bottom without actually being together, and they got punished. I think that's basically a play that Lotac made that was so good that changed the game.
I was in.
Gets
the Doom out. Yes, SF got the BKB off beforehand though.
Where's his team?
His team said no.
He's gonna.
He has another Doom.
He got the refresher shot given over to him and did pop it.
But why does his team say no? What was that about?
I saw the same second Doom went in. Jug and TA went back. Like they were going back. So I think it was just miscommunication.
I mean, because you Doom the SF, but like the Tide still have Ravage.
BKB.
It's you're not gonna kill the SF during the Doom.
So that was interesting.
I mean, maybe if the SF didn't get the BKB off before the Doom, they would have gone in.
I think they were still caught off foot. They were moving backwards, so they couldn't really just, they couldn't catch up to that SF before they save him. So, yeah, it was just miscommunication. It happens.
Or scam?
No.
Next up, but this might be a bait.
Okay, Ohio in again, drops the Doom down. They'll move in immediately. The Doom was out onto the Tide, meaning no Ravage for this team fight. And with the Omni/bounces and the damage that Lotac have, they'll crush this fight.
No buyback on SF.
And they're going to see 2 buybacks coming out from both Gabby and, of course, from Ninja Boogie. Cuckoo's hiding in the trees, tries for the TP out. He will not escape. That time, the Doom absolutely on point from Ohio. Commits, finds the Tide, bam. Then Lotac know they can move in as a team. The team fight's going to be there.
I just want to commend that task, like that play there.
Oh, the bait at the start.
It's just
was scary.
Information and bait. He moves uphill. He knows he's tanky, 2.7 HP, KHP. He just stands there on high ground, makes them commit on him. Even if you use Hex on this task, like that's still good initiation by him. Because it provides you with vision that Doom needs to jump in and pick a right target. You saw how he jumped in, he cancelled the Doom on SF and then Doom the Tide.
As soon as he saw the Tide,
he sees everything, and because of that, he can act accordingly. This is game.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, there's 2 cores dead for 30 seconds. Fortification is going to be used, but Lotac should have no trouble in claiming at least the mega creeps, and maybe even more here. And TNC now 28,000 gold behind.
Yeah. This, the comeback potential is not really there anymore, I'd say, unless Lotac makes some massive throws or something. Which we've said this before in a turnaround.
Yeah, but this game.
This game, there is actually. Come on. They have 2 sides. What happens is Rasta gets Aghanims, refresher shard, refresher,
the backdoor stuff,
and goes on to their end level. What does he need? Level 25? Yeah, he's 21. So he basically just goes to throne, plants 3 different ultimates. Easy. It's over.
That is the only way.
It's happening.
It is a way, though. It's a way.
I mean, it's a way. It can happen. They give him the refresher shard. They take Rosh somehow. It's possible. Double damage happens. Like you never know. It's toads. Nah, they lost. He has the. No, that's Witch Doctor.
That's Witch Doctor with his Yamato is chilling.
That's the last time as well. I was watching Witch Doctor and it had that blink. Yeah. Oh well.
Let's have a look.
Greaves completed on task.
Oh no, who's that pushing out mid?
It's SF and Tide. One is Dove, the other one is Omni Slash. And they're both dead. Yeah, they're both dead.
There we go.
That's just call it. Nah, they don't want to call it.
They do.
So Lotac take the game and take the series. So that's 2-1 to Lotac. They'll move to the upper bracket to play against, is Mineski, I believe?
They would be on the other side. No, Mineski was in this group.
What's a Fnatic?
So Fnatic would be their opponent.
TNC are still in with a chance. They'll just have to play their way through the lower bracket in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm really pleasantly surprised by Lotac. Like they are showing these flashes of brilliance that some plays the tier 1 teams would be like proud.
No,
of,
they've improved a lot since
this morning.
Well, since this morning, but since like previous qualifiers where I've seen Lotac play as a team with some of these players who are, there's some great players on the lineup, but it just wasn't really working before. But now it's working a lot better. And TNC, they struggled. I expected more from them. I felt that game, as we said from the start, they had a bit of a weird draft. They had this SF into TA. Sure, Armel still played it great, but down the line there was always going to be that problem that you can't really sort of break through the refraction charges. I feel maybe we underestimated how good the sort of the 5-man push was, but I mean it wasn't good enough. Didn't win them the game.
Yep.
They did hit that timing where they were sort of taking control of the game despite being like 10k behind because of their lineup, but it fell off.
Doom's itemization as well. He had either an option to go for Midas and not fight, go super late game, which worked out for them. Obviously, there was another option that he went for Crimson, and then they.
Maybe it would have been easier. Maybe it would have been quicker.
You know what? Like, if they were losing the laning stage, then that Midas and recovery and just split pushing them all the time would make sense. But for me, it was like, you already crushed them in the laning stage, even though you shouldn't have.
Just
get that Crimson and roll over them.
And then you would never have that risky part of the game where it's like, oh, they're pushing the base.
I have a feeling they never even had to get here to this late game stage in which it was kind of...
You know what? It's enough Southeast Asian Dota for today.
Okay.
We're going to have more tomorrow because nobody's eliminated yet. We did get the game right. Let's put a point on the board.
All right.
Yes.
That's my job.
That's your job.
1 for Chiefs. There you go.
Yay, thank you.
1 for OD.
Yay, thank you.
And yeah, I'll give myself 1.
Yeah.
Easy.
All right.
So we'll have a break, isn't it?
Well, I will tell you guys what's going on. We have there's 2 regions going on right now, right? We are actually we want to jump into CIS.
Yep.
We're waiting for a match between No Pango and either Navi or Pavaga Jr.
Okay.
One of those 2, but those 2 are still playing.
So whichever one opens up.
Yeah, but while we are waiting, we're actually going to jump into South America. And in South America, there's game 2 going on of Playmakers versus Jesus e Amigos.
Jesus
Amigos.
What does that mean?
Jesus and friends.
Jesus and friends.
Jesus and friends.
Jesus and friends.
Yes.
Wait, isn't that? That's from South Park, man. That's.
Is it?
Yeah. I think no. That's from. I think that's from South Park. It's like team, like Avengers. Jesus and friends.
Jesus and friends.
But right now they are playing the first game of the series. This is like the first round. They're actually in game 1 right now.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a break to see what happens in game 2.
All right.
Okay, so we're back with some SA and then some CIS.
And then some CIS once it starts, though I do think we're going to finish off the game. I don't know exactly how that goes, but we're going to finish off the game that we are in, but maybe not the entire series.
Okay.
But yeah, Playmaker Esports versus Jesus e Amigos. Coming right up.